olive is known as another one of those invasive plants which has incredible medicinal and food value. The autumn olive actually has omega fatty 3 acids in the seeds, which are usually discarded by people. Not to mention that, of course, autumn olive is one of the highest sources of lycopene of any plant food. So really what we can do is, if we wanted to, we can consume the berries, which stops the plant from reproducing. So autumn olive represents one of those really guerrilla style food sources where you can make autumn olive jam, autumn olive fruit leather. What I'm going to do actually is put them in my freezer and freeze them, and actually the tannin is discarded then in the plant, and it's much sweeter that way. The tannin is fine to consume in this case, and actually quite medicinal in this low dose. But when you freeze it, it's very easy, and I'll just use those berries for smoothies, and I'll add them in with the entire seeds, and this way I can blend the seeds up and get all the omega fatty 3 acids, which are very good for reducing inflammation as well as for the heart, as well as for brain function. They're a profound substance on this planet, and autumn olives represent a very wild, free, delicious and nutritious source of omega fatty 3 acid. Eat the weeds and then we won't have a problem. We won't have an ecological issue with quote-unquote invasive plants. But don't forget that those who deem plants as invasive indeed are invaders to the North American continent. Europeans invaded this continent, and now many of them are choosing which plants are invasive. Don't forget that plants cannot walk, plants cannot move themselves, and they've all been transported by humans. So perhaps we need to look at what is the cycle of ecology that we're in, what is the snapshot that we're taking a picture of, and how do we determine what's best for our ecosystem. Most of those studies are maybe 10 to 20 year studies, not 100 or 500 year studies. So we really may be fooled again to overreact towards something that is actually out of human hands, and nature is actually doing something that we're not really exactly sure of the end results. The most significant aspect of identifying the autumn olive is you notice that it has speckled fruits. This is extremely significant in this plant. There's also another Elaeagnus, which is Russian olive, which actually is golden colored with the same speckles. Also, autumn olive or Russian olive are not to be mistaken by honeysuckle. Some of the honeysuckles are similar bushes, but what you'll see is they don't have the mottling or speckles on the berries. So as long as you can identify that the berries have speckles on them, then you know that you can confirm that you have autumn olive.